Hi, I'm Tegan and today I'm sat in a doctor's surgery and I'm going to talk to a doctor today about being a GP and whether it's something I want to do as a career in the future. Hi, I'm Tegan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Carnell, but you can call me Mike.
Okay, thank you, Mike. I've got a few questions for you today.
Okay, no worries.
So, what made you decide to be a GP?
So I always thought about being a GP during my medical school years, and especially after my GP placements. But it was only really until I did my hospital jobs that I thought that GP was the way forward for me.
So, why a GP and not a hospital doctor?
Mainly because when I was doing my hospital jobs, I didn't really get that long-term care that you do get in GP. The other thing I thought about in GP is the fact that you see a lot of variety, sometimes in one surgery, sometimes in one consultation, so that was kind of why I chose it.
So, what are the benefits of being a GP?
So the great thing about GP is it gives you opportunities, not just in medicine itself, but away from it. You can specialise in different medical specialities, but also things like teaching medical students, business, management, and also so it provides an opportunity for people with lots of different skills to go into one medical field.
So, what's it like your everyday experience being a GP?
So I think as a GP, you're really part of the community. I can just not treat medical problems, but also treat problems that you can't use a medicine or a pill with. Things like people who lose loved ones, everyday stresses, business and financial worries as well. So you get a really varied experience. You have to constantly change your practice and adapt to everyday things, and that's one of the great parts of GP that I like.
So, how does the training differ being a GP compared to a normal hospital doctor?
So actually it's very similar. As a hospital doctor, for example, say in surgery or medicine, they have to do their what we call foundation years in hospital, which every doctor does, which is 2 years. After that, you decide to specialise, as I say, either GP or in hospital medicine. And when you do your GP training, that still takes 3 years after the hospital jobs to become a fully fledged GP, and at the same time things like pay scales are all very similar at that point.
What would you say to young people to encourage them to go into a career in general practice?
Okay, well, I think if they're looking for a challenging career, then it's certainly a good option for them. The great thing about a GP, as I've said before, is that working as part of a community, a team, also then on an individual basis, but also with your patients over a long period of time, to kind of achieve a really good outcome for everybody is finite and a core part of GP. I think overall having a flexibility, being able to specialise in different fields and sometimes completely away from medicine is another unique attraction of GP, and I think that's not going to change in the near future. So that's why I'd recommend GP to anybody.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. You said earlier about working very closely within a team with other people within the practice. Who are those people?
So a key member is going to be the practice nurse really on a day-to-day basis for us. They can take the pressure off us a lot of the time by doing things like minor injuries, and sometimes they can be there as an extra person, as a shoulder to cry on when the patients maybe feel that they're more approachable or if they feel a bit intimidated to come in to see the doctor, and that can then open up an avenue for them to come and see the GP after that. And we've actually got a nurse here today, Sue, and if you wanted to have a chat to her about her role, then by all means do.
Yeah, that would be really good, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, so Dr. Carnell said that I could have a chat with you today, is that okay?
That's fine, yes. I'm Sue and I'm the practice nurse.
So, what made you want to be a practice nurse?
I worked in the hospital 28 years and felt I couldn't further my skills any more than I already was, so I decided to come into practice.
What are the benefits with being a practice nurse?
You get to know people on a one-to-one basis, you get to learn all about them, their families, you're part of a lovely team, you all work together, bounce off each other. Patients will come to you sometimes before they come to a doctor, and you get a good relationship with them.
So what do you do on an everyday basis as a practice nurse?
Every day is different. You never know what's coming through the door. I could be doing an ECG on somebody that's just come in with chest pain, ear syringing, dressings. We get a lot of chronic dressings with leg ulcers, things like that. Taking bloods. We have children coming in for immunisations. It's a lot varied than you would have in the hospital.
What would you say to young people to encourage them into practice nursing?
Well, if they've done nursing before and they want something different, and they want to be part of a good team that all bounce off each other, never know what's going to come through the door, be part of knowing people in the community, then practice nursing's for them.
Thanks, Sue. That's given me a lot to think about.
So if you're looking to go into a career in medicine, then medical school is a great way to learn new things, meet lots of new people, and then work in hospital afterwards. But if you want to do general practice, you'll get a challenging, varied, but most of all rewarding career.
It was great to talk to Mike and Sue today, and it's given me a lot to think about within my career choices, within general practice and primary care, and hopefully it'll give a lot of things for you to think about within your future too.